you're now playing this Misa digital
Kitara,
which is a MIDI controller that looks like it kind of looks like an iPad built into it.
It's like an iPad enclosed in a kind of a chopped off headstock Steinberger kind of thing.
Kind of looking thing.
Slash Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
But that would be insulting that equipment. But it kind of has that iPad, with I think over 100 buttons.
Yeah.
So you could fret and chord and do solo, because there's a lot.
So it's a full MIDI controller.
It's a MIDI controller / synth out generator. So it has onboard effects. Onboard sound. So you don't need a rack to. You could have a rack.
It actually has its own.
It outputs sound. So you don't. It also controls MIDI. Controls outboard gear.
And what are you using it for?
I'm using
MIDI or the synths?
No, for now I'm using the synth pad. The outboard. The onboard noise generator. Which So it has a ton of. It has your typical sounds, like keyboard sounds, which I don't use, but I use a lot of the ones that are like beyond. It's like noise, and so I use it between interludes for the live set. So I want people to like literally look at it and go, "Holy shit!" And there's also the whole band's freaking out because they're like, "That's the shit."
And you're the first guy. You're the first band.
I believe I've been told I'm the first rock guy to be using it to that extent on stage.
Period.
Period.
72,000 people are going to see Meegs playing this wacky.
Yeah, unless someone
far out.
Wait, I play on Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
Unless somebody starts sending pictures out.
Unless someone is playing a festival today.
Yeah,
which
is probably not going to happen.
Not going to happen. And YouTube's it or whatever.
You're going to be the first.
I'll be the first.
Well, I took a picture of you rehearsing, so that's real.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot of people right now asking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention names, but it's definitely been
You're not going to say Tommy Lee or
So no. It's gonna do. It's that guitar is gonna change a lot of shit. And I'm gonna meet Michael, the designer in Sydney, who lives in Sydney. He's bringing me a backup, which I didn't tell you about. He's bringing me a backup in case
something. Make me jealous because I want one.
You know why there's a backup? Because I've been known to
smash things,
break things, but I won't break the Air Effects one.
No,
because he lent me that one.
Witness. Wait, so back on track. So the Misa Digital. How did you even stumble upon this, man?
You know what?
How do you even stumble upon these things? Like, I need that. You just were walking around?
It's one of those things where either, like, a good friend
they
like you...
come to you?
Well, like, a good friend like you has something that I go, dude, I want to do that. We both are friends, so we're cool. Or I go on to the NAMP conventions, like, every year. I either stumble on I'll go to the booths where it's lesser known and very boutique or whatever, and I find shit like that. Or someone like a rep, like Rem, that represents Misa Digital.
Sure.
And he comes to me and goes, I have something for you. I've had you in mind besides other people. But
and he knows because he's worked with famous guitar guys.
Tom Morello.
Sure. Alice in Chains guy.
Jerry Cantrell. I mean, and he does a lot of other shit. So he's in the forefront of like cool shit. He represents other stuff too, but right now he basically I met him at a pre-NAMM party at some rehearsal studio. I can't think of the name right now, but whatever.
SAR or whatever.
No, it wasn't
cool
like
Studios.
No, it's whatever. It was a pre-NAMM. Korg was throwing it. Open bar, food, whatever. I go in at the end of
it was a Vivid you were hanging out at.
I wish. Yeah, at Vivid. So I was just drinking and just conversations with people, and I stumble onto Rem, and he pulls me aside and goes, I got something for you. Here's a YouTube video. This kid playing Skrillex on this thing. I go, what the fuck? He shows me the thing. I go, I want that. He goes, it's yours.
Was he really playing Skrillex?
I don't know if it was...
It was like that bass set?
I think he was actually...
doing those bassy type
He was playing that Scary Monsters song.
Okay, then I'm really getting it.
No, I think he was controlling a sampler. So he was doing...
Oh, wow, so he's using it as a MIDI controller.
MIDI controller, and he was doing the bands, and he was controlling the sound.
So you're a kid, you're going to see Cold Chamber, and then you're going to see this guy on the side playing this crazy MIDI controller with this crazy pad, being crazy Chaos Pad, Air Effects,
Talk
box,
stomp
boxes, and just just a whole array of cinematic. I mean,
visually, it's
cinematic. It's very visual, and you create these big, like cinematic type sounds. It's very filmic.
Yeah, like atmospheric, whether it's noisy atmospheric or lush.
Yeah,
it's just something.
This is definitely the Meegs signature. Like there would be no Cold Chamber without that.
Right, and it's also so when Dez is talking, there's also some cool background noise.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to hear just someone talk with everyone tuning or just kind of drinking a beer. You don't want to see that. You want to see a full performance. So there's no trigger. There's no. We don't play with backing tracks. We don't play with people playing sample. Like there's nothing. It's all live.
Yeah.
Whether it's sounds that we create, everything's on the spot. I don't do anything the same. So you see the same. You don't see the same show. All the sounds are different.
Yeah.
We just kind of fuck around and do different shit.
I gotta say, when I see a guitar player playing the typical guitar and the typical amp, I don't remember the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll see 400 bands, and I don't remember that guy. It's like a Les Paul,
right, or whatever.
I don't want to say anything negative, and I don't mean it in a negative way.
I know
but,
what you mean.
Like that, I just have no memory.
Yeah.
Same Guitar Center setup,
Yeah, and that's when you start playing guitar, you kind of start. You start molding yourself with people that I'm not gonna say names, but it's just it becomes generic because then you're copying that person who copied that person who copied that person who copied that person, and it goes back and back. But by the time it gets dwindled down to if it starts off cool, you got your Jimmy Page,
watered down.
It gets so watered down by the end, you're like a completely watered down version of the great. And I'm not, but if you go,
you're a watered down version of the watered down version.
Of the water. That's basically what I was saying. So you're just following the tail of the kind of like I don't know, someone. It's like a monster eating this monster, eating this monster, eating this. So you're basically following the tail of that monster that was eating.
You don't have your own identity.
No, it's just a tail. You're following.
So would you say Rivera is a part of your identity for the guitar tone?
Rivera has been part of my tone since I mean, fucking I've been with you guys for way over a decade.
Yeah.
And you've always been there, so I've just loved Rivera because first of all, it's not a it's not like you're a whore of a company, so it feels great to be part of. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You know what I mean? There's other companies that are just it's like you see them everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone has it, and I'm like,
yeah.
So Rivera is not like a mass produced and.
Right.
Basically, what I'm saying is
boutique.
Right, it's not what. Basically, my analogy of I'm following. Oh, okay. There's Marshalls and Fenders, great amps, but then everyone does the same thing. Basically, what I just made that domino effect analogy is, but no one. If it was Rivera from the beginning, and everyone's using Rivera, I probably wouldn't be playing Rivera.
Right.
But
it wouldn't be as special.
It wouldn't feel special. It wouldn't feel like, it's like I'm part of something special. So everything I play, whether even like Schecter guitars and.
By the way, Schecter, you got your own model they're working on?
They're working on my own model. It's based out of something I already have, but it's
custom just for you, or to be released for sale, or
this is first for myself, and then like if everything goes well, which is already Cold Chamber has big plans this year and next year, and we have everything's in talks. So obviously Des has
you don't want to get the cart before the horse,
right? And Des has his own thing with his other project, and me too, and. So we're just we'll see what this goes, and we already have big plans. We're getting along, but the model is getting built. It's gonna be sick. It's gonna have my graphics. It's gonna have it's gonna look really cool, and it's gonna look, but it's gonna be like a Meegs model 2012. Right. No longer am I playing to all respects with the other companies I was with. It's nothing like those. But it has certain elements of what I've.
It's still Meegs, really defined.
Really cool, but with a new twist.
Yeah.
So.
And on the sound waves, just in case the audience is wondering, you'll be playing K-Trays.
K-Trays.
And you recently rehearsed with it. Does it have the bottom end for you?
The K-Trays, because I've been using Knucklehead reverbs.
The 3-channel one, yeah.
The 3 channels, and for Cold Chamber, I felt like I don't know how.
MIDI switching. I saw you with Slipknot years ago.
Yeah.
Getting on the bus, and then that started.
Yeah, but the K tray, when I played it, it has that oomph to it that I needed, and it has that saturation and that it breaks up really nice, and it also has that tightness.
Yeah.
And it's for such a small head, because you look at like the reverb, it's bigger, but the tray feels like it's a bigger monster.
Yeah.
In terms
it
of
sounds bigger.
Sounds bigger with a
the
smaller package, but it's just sounds, and it's simpler, which is basically what I need at this point in my life, because everything around me is so complicated in terms of routing and switching and all that the tray feels like and it's at the head. It's like at the head, but it's
right.
Only,
something had to be simple.
Something had to be simple. I didn't want 1,000 knobs anymore. I'm like, okay, I already have 1,000 knobs down here.
Yeah, 1,000 pads.
I have fucking gadgets everywhere. I'm like the tray. I was like, oh, thank God, it's only 2 channels with 1 row of buttons. Thank
Even
you.
though you're still MIDI switching it.
I'm MIDI switching
converter.
it with a MIDI. Yeah, still MIDI switching. I can get past that, but yeah. So
so does Cold Chamber have a website, a Facebook?
Officialcoldchamber.com.
Officialcoldchamber.com. Cool. So all the latest.
Or is it coldchamberofficial.com? Shit. Look
well, Google it.
That's how.
That's how fresh this whole project is.
Exactly. It's either official Cold Chamber or probably Cold Chamber Official, just because it starts with a C. I would assume that would be more.
Usually they do the band then official.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, I would think more logistically better.
Yeah. I mean, you're now in a new era of Facebook, which Cold Chamber, when you guys were together 10 years ago, didn't have.
It did not exist.
Well, you only had a website probably. It just started.
Yeah, the websites were just
very
very
primal stages.
Primal, it was like the caveman stages. Now it's at the advanced human stage.
Well, so I wish I was lucky enough to see you guys at Soundwaves. You guys in Australia are very lucky to see Cold Chamber at the Soundwaves, and hopefully we get to see you in the States sometime soon. And
we'll see. I'm hoping.
Thanks for your time, Meegs.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Oh.
My hand's off the fucking jack.
Not best for a guitar player. Bye, guys.
Bye.